4. We've got Susie on the line. Hello, Susie. Welcome to the David Carrier Show.
Hi, thank you so much.
You
I
bet.
really enjoyed listening to your show.
Well, thank you.
I'm trying to find out if I can get a durable power of attorney
Mhm.
without having to hire a lawyer. I understand it's like $500.
Yeah, probably. What do you want it for? Why do you want a power of attorney?
Because uh, I have some money, and I want to put my daughter's name on it. So if
Hmm.
I were to go in the hospital and I
Hmm.
would be incapacitated, she would be able to get to that money,
Hmm.
and whatever, if there were hospital care or hospital charges and so on, she would be able to obtain it for that.
Sure. And you should probably also do, at the same time you're doing the financial power of attorney, you probably also want to do a healthcare power of attorney, because I would guess that you'd also want your daughter to be able to talk to the doctors and look at your medical records and all that kind of stuff, right? No?
Okay, well, I thought, I mean, her name is on my checking account,
Hmm.
and so I didn't know that I thought, and I don't have that much money in my checking account, but I do have insurance,
Hmm.
and so so anyway, it was my advisor. I have money in an account, but it's not, it's not, it's quite a bit, but it's not. Um, I'm stumbling here for words, but anyway,
Yeah, it's not mega
I thought that
millions,
she
but
would
it's
be able.
but it's enough to worry about, right? I mean, do you own a home or
Yes,
no?
it is.
Yeah, are you renting?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
No, no, no. We live together,
oh, you live with
and
your daughter.
I I do. Uh-huh.
Yeah. And is it in your daughter's home that you're living?
Yes, it's in their name. I'm an investor, but I'm not on the title.
Okay, very good. So here's what here's what I'd advise you to do. Um, I'd go
Okay.
ahead and I'd go ahead and spend the money. I would get and it's probably just budget $1,000. If it comes in less than that, be happy. Um, and it might be more
Okay.
than that. It might be more than that. But just figure, you know, it's going to cost more than you want to pay. It always does. Okay, just start with that, and then
Okay.
let's get that out of the
All
way,
right.
because what you should have is a financial power of attorney, so that your daughter can make decisions for you if you can't make them for yourself, so that she can pay the bills and all the rest of this. But also, that's the
Okay.
financial side. On the healthcare side,
Uh-huh.
she should have a healthcare power of attorney, right? And a
Okay.
what's called HIPAA form, a privacy release form,
Right.
so that the doctors can talk to
Right.
her. And then what we call an advance directive. And with the advance directive, you say, here's how long I want you to keep me going, as long as there's any breath in my body, just
Right.
whatever you have to do, hook me up like Frankenstein's monster. I don't care. Or you say, well,
Yeah,
as
we've
far
talked about that.
there you go. But now
We've talked about it.
good. That that's really important. You have
That
to
it
talk
has
about.
to be in writing. Is that what you said? I'm
Yes.
sorry.
Yes,
It has
because
to be in
otherwise the
writing.
doctors won't listen to her.
Oh, I see.
All right. And then
Okay.
there's a
All right.
third
Well
thing,
then.
one more thing that you need, and that's a designation of funeral
Okay.
representative. Okay. So
Okay.
there are a few documents that are the most important of all. And you hit it on the head when you said power of attorney, financial power of attorney. That's very important. But also the healthcare power of
Oh,
attorney, the HIPAA, the advance directive, and the designation of funeral representative. These are all things that when you're not able to make decisions for yourself and you're still alive, then your daughter can do it. After death, that's a whole nother thing. But we haven't talked about that. But that's okay. That's after you're dead, and we'll figure it out. You know, um, you can figure it out at that point. Now it'll be more expensive. You do the Aretha Franklin thing. You know what I mean? She didn't want to spend $80 million. She didn't want to spend it. I get it. So she wrote a bunch of notes, and Eventually, the courts and the lawyers figured out what they think she meant, was kind of expensive for the kids. But hey, she didn't spend it before she died anyway. And what's important for you is to make sure that your daughter actually is in control, so she can pay your bills, she can handle stuff without you putting her name, without you putting her name on your accounts. Because if you do that, then there are other consequences, which may not be, which may not be the best. Okay, so I agree with you
Right.
100%.
Right.
Power of attorney is the way to go. But you should
Okay
see a
then.
lawyer. I mean, yeah, I know we're really scary and blood dripping from our fangs and all that, but you probably get a free cup of coffee out of
Well,
the
I mean,
deal.
I'm sorry.
I say, you know, most lawyers will give you a free cup of coffee, so it's not all that bad. Could be worse.
Oh boy.
Maybe
All
even
right.
hot
Well,
chocolate.
someone
Who
told
knows?
me that I could go. They said I could go on the rocket, some type of a thing called a
Oh,
rocket.
oh, listen.
I
Yeah, look. There's no question that there's free stuff out there. You can go to the library. You can do all this stuff. There's no question about that, right? But what do you say? Shortcuts make for long delays. The most expensive will is the one you do yourself. That's the problem is that when people try doing this themselves, they make the lawyers rich because things are so screwed up and the fights happen. And like with Aretha, I mean, the estate had a lawyer. I'm sure the probate court appointed a special master. All the kids had lawyers. There's just lawyers all over the place. And if she had spent, a few bucks up front, it would have saved
right.
so much on the back end. And that's the
Right.
that's
Well, I don't want to. Yeah, I have.
Mhm.
Okay, I have other children too, but she's
That's what I'm
she's
saying. Oh my,
because of
yeah,
her.
yeah. See, this is see the problem you got is you need to say what you mean what you say, and put it in writing. Because
Right.
if you don't, see, even if everything, what so often happens, right, is people put names and stuff and all the rest of this, and they think it worked, or the family, or especially the one who got the money, they say, "Oh, that worked great," or people look at it and they say, "See what Susie did, that worked out fine." She didn't need a lawyer. There was no probate, blah, blah, blah. But what they don't understand is that within the family, everyone is sniping at the daughter who got the money. And frequently the one who got the money will give it up. It's just you create havoc when you don't say clearly what it is that you want. And if you don't put it in writing, if it's not legal, right, then it's not clear. And then there's all kinds of follow on to it. People just dismiss the emotional impact of this stuff. And one of the biggest advantages of having a clear estate plan is not just the legal side of it, it's the family side, because now everybody knows exactly what
Right.
mom wanted, because there it is. There's no argument. Good. All right.
Right. And I certainly hope that that's not the case. I really highly unlikely that it would be, but
Okay.
like with my kids. But
Yep.
okay. But I think you're probably right, and I think I'm gonna have to do that because I don't want her. I don't want her to. But like I said, I don't see that as an issue with my poor children. So I really don't. But
Right.
even so, I think you're probably right, and I will. Okay, I didn't know about the other things
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the
You
house.
need to get those.
But
Okay.
okay, well, thank you so much.
Thank you, Susie. Thanks for calling.